Hello, and welcome back to Kraft Foods Case. We will be going into further detail of Kraft Foods' problems and issues. We will also discuss why these issues were prominent for Kraft Foods. We have provided our recommendations for Kraft and how they can incorporate them. Let's take a look. To review, Kraft Foods is split into two groups. The first group is the Kraft Foods Group, which is their North American grocery business. This includes Velveeta, Kraft Macaroni and Cheese, and Oscar Mayer. Their spin-off is Mondelez International, which is a snack foods company with more than 80% of its business in fast-growing markets abroad. These brands include Nabisco, Oreo, Ritz, Cadbury, Trident, Dentine, and Tang. A quick SWOT analysis of Kraft's portfolio includes their strengths, which are an unrivaled portfolio of brands, market share that dominates, they're a leader in innovation and marketing, and they earn a lot of cash. Their weaknesses include a mature grocery business, low growth, limited potential, heavily commoditized categories that face massive pressures. Their opportunities are that they are a global snack food powerhouse, they have strong prospects for growth, and 80% of their business is in fast-growing markets. Their threats include takeover by rivals, highly fragmented global packaged food market, and government regulation. So what are the problems and issues that Kraft was facing? The first is slow growth in a maturing North American grocery business with low growth, limited potential, and heavily commoditized categories that face massive pressures. The second is that their shareholder wealth was declining. So why are these the problems? The development of the grocery segment is Kraft's biggest problem because of its lack of growth was affecting the profitability of Kraft's biggest business segment, Kraft Foods North America. Kraft Foods' profitability at the moment hasn't been affected tremendously because of the upward trend of prices. However, once price increases are no longer logical, the loss in sales will begin to hurt Kraft significantly. Their shareholder wealth is affected because the limited growth and opportunities of Kraft's biggest market segment is already affecting shareholder wealth. From 2007 to 2011, they had a relatively unchanged stock value. So what are our recommendations to Kraft's problems? 1. Product prune our brands that are not segment leaders. 2. Split company into two smaller, more focused businesses. 3. Increase marketing internationally. And 4. Develop power brands. Why these recommendations? Product pruning the brands that are not segment leaders will help to split the company into two smaller, more focused businesses. This will also accelerate growth by allowing each of the companies to focus on a more targeted portfolio of products. Increasing marketing internationally will focus on our global snacks, which will rely on our global power brands to increase brand awareness globally for Mondelez International. Developing power brands will drive strong volume growth in focus markets. We'll have innovation and rapid development a priority with new exciting products that are out there now. We will also have jewel brands that have potential to graduate to the power level. Our recommendations are based on the financial projections shown on this slide for the remaining business segments of the Mondelez after the spinoff. By selling off low-value brands, Mondelez will be able to focus its business on established segments that hold large shares of the market and generate consistent profits. Segments such as U.S. beverage, cheese, and convenient meals are well established and hold large market shares. However, these segments do not offer a large growth prospects and are fairly mature. We are projecting a 2% growth rate for these segments going forward. U.S. snacks is faring better than the other U.S. segments with regards to growth potential with a growth rate of around 7%. This rate can be expected for the near future, but like the other U.S. segments, this will likely turn into a cash cow in the further future with slow growth rates, but it will remain high due to changing consumer preferences. The segment with the brightest future for Mondelez are the Canadian and North American food service, Kraft Foods Europe, and Kraft Foods developing markets. With the exception of Canadian and North American food service in 2011, with a growth rate of 2.71, all of these segments have experienced double-digit growth in recent years. Growth rates in the 10 to 15% range for these segments can be expected, and we will expand the product offerings in markets where they have already established a foothold. Mondelez will continue to introduce its new products into these developing markets. This could provide future opportunities to segment operations regionally as the markets grow. Kraft Foods South America or Kraft Foods Asia. These markets will eventually have slower growth, but this may not happen for a while. If Mondelez focus on developing these markets, they should see healthy revenue growth in the coming years. These are our references, and thank you for your time and attention.